So most of the parents, like I said, they are getting stressed out with the parents. Sorry, with the kids. So when the parents are stressed out with the kids, and this is, I have seen the pattern from 12-year-old to until 22-year-old. So they are, so what is happening exactly is most of the parents are stressed out with the kids, whatever happening at home. Not every parent I'm talking, but there are some parents which either kids are into drinks and drugs, or they're not into, but they are extremely they feel, they close their doors and they feel very private, and if they go to their rooms and they shout at us and they're very aggressive behavior, and also they use all wrong language, like bad language. So this is happening in some families. Before it was not there when we were growing up, but now that is there. Like maybe I don't know what percentage. I cannot tell the percentage because I get 4 to 5 calls a day on these issues. So there are two other issues, actually three other issues. Is the parents are saying the kids want to do the love marriage, and it's a issue for the parents. And the third one is because they don't want to listen, they don't want to do it. They like someone, they want to marry. And the third one is the converting into other religions. If they are in one religion, they are converting to other religion. That is the third one. The fourth one, the kids are the marriages and that, and also the kids want to do like a different subjects than the parents say. So that is a problem for the parents. Parents want the kids to listen. So that is a small issue actually. Even the marriage is also a small issue right now. The things what is going on. Even marriage is small issue. Even this is small issue, and the converting is a bigger issue for any families. That is a definitely it was a bigger issue. So what exactly um, we need to address is right now is the kids, bringing them back to education, bringing them out of the drugs and also alcohol. So can we really do that? Yes, it is possible because every problem has a solution. That's what we said, right? So what is the solution we can say in our meditative world? I'm not talking about the medical world. I have nothing to do with the medical world. If anyone is going to the doctors and they're getting treatment, continue that. I never say stop the treatment unless they come back out of that. Once they feel good and they come out of the depression or whatever, definitely that is fine. Yeah, the fourth one is a depression. The kids are normally, that became so normal going into depression. Or even I heard even 12, 13-year-old girls, they're saying they want to do suicides. So that is also became so common now. Before I never heard it. Imagine when we were growing up, did we ever have heard that like 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, that the kids 12, 13-year-old wants to do suicide? No. So why this happened so common now? Why are we in a culture? Even this is happening in India, here in, I don't know about other countries, but Indians who are in other countries also facing the same thing. So then what is the reason suddenly we are facing this? Is that the cultural of the high tech world, AI world, or what? No, I don't think so. That is the case, because in this new technology world, you can become what you want to become. You can be extremely knowledgeable in this. Now, sky is the limit for anyone to grow. Are they going in that direction? Why they're going in this direction? Means what happened is after the COVID, there are so many people who died. They died all of a sudden. So they left their family, but they did not know that they died. They're still thinking that they are still alive. They according to the books, in one of the book, what they're saying is the Fakir book, which was channeled by one of the Atma Sakshatkar master. So what he said is, he said exactly, um, They don't remember, they don't know that they died. They think they are in a sleeping, they are sleeping still. So when they wake up, they have normal life. That is what they feel, it seems. They think everything is a dream. That's what they think when they are as a soul. And also, it says in that book, whatever we realize and feel, they see thousands of times more the same issue. Means if they are in anger, they will feel the anger thousand times more. If they are in if they are really pissed off with someone, the thousand times more. If they're happy, they're thousand times more happy. So that is how they see things, because they are as a soul, they don't have body or mind. So imagine, generally soul is like a god. So they are very high in power. But being they lost the body and suddenly they stayed back on this earth instead of going to the soul loka, that spirit becomes so negative on this earth. Then there's so much negative. So every single day the negativity would increase in them. So in this, on that book, actually, the Fakir book, Sai Baba's channeled that. So in that Fakir book, he says that he was channeling a person who lost their child when the child is 18-year-old or 16-year-old, I think. So the father goes into immense stress and depression because the son died in that early engage. So he couldn't take that. So when he was crying, when the boy passed away, he was saying that you stay back here and don't go. So he was continuously crying and saying that, because he was saying that continuously trying. The boy, generally younger kids, they leave immediately. They don't stay because they don't have much of that, responsibilities nor attachments. They would go. So he could not go because of the cry father was happening, and the father was constantly saying, stay back, stay with me. So with those words he couldn't go. It's not that he does not want to go, he wanted to go but he couldn't go. That is what it says in that book. So I didn't know that until I saw in this book that if even though you want to go, you can't go. If someone is so sad and so much crying, and also they're saying these words. So that is why we have to be careful. Even now, I hear so many people when they're crying, come back, don't go. I want to see you again. All these words they say. That's exactly that father said that. So he couldn't go. Because he couldn't go, those after 12 days you can go. Because he could not go after the 12 days, the boy became negative. The boy hated the father. Boy was so upset with the father that he could not go. See the situation how it is. We think those tales stay back because of the attachment. Sometimes even the people who are alive, if they have attachment also, these people can't go. This is the new thing I learned. Every book we read, we learn something or the other. In this, clearly Sai Baba said that because the father had the attachment, that's why the boy could not go. This was another level to me. And the other one is they have the free will to go. Actually, we all have free will. We can live the way we want to live our life. Like yesterday, I was talking about, right? Um, I think in Telugu, I said, not in English. I think about the lifestyle, how I lived my life, right? So how I live my life every single day. That is what I have chosen. So if I chosen to go to movies and every day watch one movie and then drink tea and then sleep, and whenever I want sleep, if I want to live that life, I can live that life because I have the icha means I can live the way I want to. It's a free will. My life is free will. So why I choose it this way? Because I want to grow as a soul. I want to spiritually um, grow. So that I have from inside. I really wanted to be an enlightened soul. I really wanted to see what is the other side in the enlightenment. That was the reason why I did so many hours of meditation, so much I did, and I worked on the food and the what I drink, what I do, everything I was focusing and doing because of my icha, my will of doing that. So whatever you have the will, that is what you do. even whether you are alive or dead. But that's why we should not cry if anybody dies. At the same time, we should not stay back. And at the same time, we should release them. Today I spoke to one of the mom who lost the same thing. She lost her daughter, 18, I think she was 18-year-old, because of some heart issue. So she was saying that it is so hard, Anu, to come out of that sorrow. How can I come out of this? How can I feel? How can I um, be strong? How can I make my soul stronger? Because the any mother, it is so hard. A child dies in front of us. Even if the mom is 90-year-old, if the son is 60-year-old, he dies, it's the same pain they go through. But imagine 18-year-old girl dying in front of us, right? So she has guilt. Maybe, I would have done this. Maybe I would have been with her in the ICU. Maybe I would have done this. Maybe she would have been alive. So all these guilt factor also, it is killing her, apart from the death. So I see so many people, they live with the guilt, and also they have the sorrow. They don't know how to release that. So it is important for them themselves, they need to come up. No friend can help them, no one can help them. It is themselves, they can work on it, because whoever left are left. So we cannot leave the body with them, or we cannot waste our energy nor our life because who left us, right? Who are with us, we need to do the justice for the people who are with us. Husband or another child, siblings, all those are with us right now. They are living with us. So when you're living for the people who are gone to that Atma Lokam, right? Or they might be here. So be careful, because the way we are crying, maybe that child can't go or maybe gone. So first of all, I said, don't even worry of finding out whether that kid is here or there. Just first thing, you send her thinking that she's here. So there is no negative if she's already gone. So you send her first, number one. And then number two, you need to bring yourself up. Means you have to come out of this sad and the guilt. So do the hugging the tree, or sun gazing, moon gazing. They will really, these elements will really help you to bring back your soul strength, because the mother is extremely weak. Any mother will get weak. Sometimes father and mother both are weak. So in that week, when you're crying, there will be a lot of other earthborn souls comes into the house. Spirits come into the house. So because that becomes their house, and they love that kind of energy. In the house, who are crying, who are always like cursing each other, fighting. So those houses, they love it. So next time when you cry, make sure you are not making our house as these spirits. In India, they say, right? Oh, ఏడుస్తున్నావా దయ్యాల కొంప చేస్తావా ఇల్లుని అంటారు. So they say that those words that you're going to make this house for spirits. So this house becomes negative. Don't cry. I used to hear that in people's, some of the mothers used to say that. So that is the reason why you should totally stop crying and every day work on increasing your soul status. Instead of feeling that she's passed away, why don't we feel her energies, that she's living with us? Like, when she was living with us, whatever she did to us, whatever she gave, the love, affection, and the talk, the way she used to live, we can talk about those. It's okay to talk about those. That is what the remembrance we should have, not the remembrance of what happened when you was leaving. That's totally should be gone. She's gone, gone. So, and also do the justice. People are living with you, the siblings and the parents, right? Even sometimes they have their mom passed away, and some people they cannot come out of that. So they are deep inside hurt. So they constantly crying. They have sometimes they have little kids, their own. So you're not doing any justice to those little kids when you're crying, right? So from now onwards, no matter what happens, let's accept those and let's be happy all the time. whatever happens in our life, right? That is what Krishna said and the Rama said, everybody said, whatever happens in our life, let's be always happy and accept it and let them go for another life. Let them leave this earth and then go to the Atma Loka, the soul Loka. Let them have their own life. Okay. So let's not hold on to them. So what about these the kids who are taking drugs and kids who are into these anger issues and saying all these, it doesn't matter whether they take the drugs or not or drinking or not, even their anger and they're shouting, they are in their rooms, they don't come out, or sometimes they don't shout but they are depressed, they're lonely, they feel like dying, killing themselves. All these kids are all are comes under the same category according to me. All these spirits who died, they enter into the body who are weak. So some moms might say, oh, I am, my kids are not weak. Why they entered into spirit entered into my boy or a girl, right? How can you say that? They don't like it. But why I'm saying is, while they are studying, going to the college or school, they could be bullied or they might be comparing and feeling low, or because of these exams, SAT and all that, they might be feeling low. Can I pass these exams? Or if mom sees these test results, she might be mad at me. All these things will make ourselves into low. So when we feel low and weaker, automatically the souls can enter into our body. When do they enter? They enter in the night. So how do you avoid? You can put a diya in the bedroom, then they cannot enter into our body. But if they're already there in their body, if you put the diya, nothing will happen. But still put the diya, because more than one also can enter. We have seen that also. So what do you do to come make the soul bring out? Because the kids won't agree. Kids are already in their room, they're not allowing us to go there, they're not allowing us to talk. So how can you remove them? There is one which we developed as a 4P, Pachattapa Parivarta Prayachita Prakriya. So it's a repentance. So repentance and saying thank you and sorry. So this one automatically, this one has the earthborn souls also, meaning the spirits. How do you remove them? So if you put that to your ears and say that meaningfully, automatically you can remove them. There is a way how to do it. So we have been clearly explained how to do it. We do have a video how to do the 4P and how do we remove those earthbound souls like from the other people's body. So this is being we have been doing this and we have been proven to, that we could do it. And once the soul comes out of their body, automatically they become very active, energetic, and happy. Normal, like the way we raised the kids. That's how they become overnight, the minute it comes out. So, so we have seen the results in a lot of big kids. So you need to work on it. It's not that it is not impossible, but it is not overnight thing. It takes minimum of 3 to 7 days or 21 days or 41 days. It could be taken a number of days. But we have seen mostly within 2 weeks they could able to, within 14 days they could able to, 90% of the times they could able to remove them. Very rarely we see that it's extended to 21 days. Now the mother has to work on it. If the parents don't work on it, then it's not that easy to bring them out. The other thing is taking them for a walk and make them hug the trees, watch the clouds, and also moon gazing and sun gazing. We do have videos how to do that. Even you can bring the water, moon and sun gazing water. Let them take the shower and also drink that water. Also makes a difference in them. They can improve their strength, power on the soul. So if the boy increases his strength, automatically he can easily, because his soul also works on it. His soul knows that there is someone else apart from him, but the soul needs strength. So you can give the soul strength by talking to the soul. I'm talking to your boy soul, not the spirit. I'm not talking about the earthbound soul, spirit. You talk to your boy and increase his strength. And secondly, you talk to the spirit and ask the spirit to leave the earth and go to his loka, his soul city. So when they go back to their soul city, Americans do like a light, sending this being towards the light, and they call the masters and send that light towards the bigger light. So this light enters and merges in the bigger light. That this is how they do it, but they also believe it and they also do it. So today I was talking to my massage therapist. She was saying she goes to somewhere, one of the place to do the massage, and in her house there are spirits. She sees them and also she hears all the time their sounds, but she could not remove them, and even the massage therapist could not remove. They both sit and do it something, but they couldn't. So I sent her the English 4 piece, said that you do this and give it to her. They will go away. She's like, oh really? I've been seeing last 4 years we have been struggling to send them. So this is the stories everybody believes and everybody knows, and some people can see them, some people cannot see them, some people feel the energy, some people feel that something is going from somewhere to somewhere, like in the room that they're running, they go very speed actually. So they feel, some people feel all those. So I don't know, I can't feel, but I can feel the energy shifts in me if there is a thing, but not every single time. But most of the time, I can feel the energy. If I go somewhere on the beach or anywhere, I can kind of feel it that they are there. So I would immediately send them away. So this is the story, friends, but you can do it even any age, children, or the even in the mother or in the wife or husband, and they will enter in anybody's body because they want to eat and drink. So this is so common and normal. It became now because there are so many spirits did not go back to their soul city during the COVID. So that is the reason. Even when they are died in the war or any sudden deaths, they don't go, they stay back here. So, friends, if you have any questions, please ask. I can answer the questions. Okay, friends, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Already, Jayashandra. Usha, yeah, go ahead, Amma. Go ahead, you can talk. You
Yeah,
can
hi
unmute.
ma'am, good evening.
Yeah.
My younger child, who is 7-year-old, is also listening to your session along with me, and he is asking me what are drugs and steroids. So he doesn't even know about them, right? So how do I explain it to them?
You need to explain him. I explained when they are 3, 4 year old.
Okay.
Continuously explained, because if even about cigarettes I explained. So when they see someone smoking, they used to say, oh, they would go to Hema Mama's clinic. Means she was an oncologist. So they would
Mm-hmm.
say they will go to, means they'll get the cancer if they're drinking cigarettes. That's how they know. So
Okay.
there are videos on YouTube. What
Mm-hmm.
happens if you smoke, if you take the drugs to the lungs and the brain and the whole the system. So even the drinking
Okay.
alcohol, it is there on the how it affects our brain, how our memory shrinks, everything is there. So put those videos, they're there in Netflix also. Do yourself research for a week and then start
Okay.
putting those videos. And this is the perfect time to put them and and make them know. Because if you don't do them, automatically they would, how do I say, they would, I mean, if they don't know, then they don't know. So they could go into those issues because they don't know that they should not go. Make
Mm-hmm.
sense? Yeah.
Yeah. I have one more question, ma'am. Both my kids are
All,
into soccer.
yeah.
Yeah. before they go to games or anything, I let them meditate for a few minutes, and I ask Hanma to put light on them. But most of the times my kids are on losing side. So how do I convince them, rather than, besides praying and besides meditating, still they are losing the games? So how do I convince, like, they have to meditate, and they have to, how do I say, like, the positive affirmations kind of things. So how do I convince them to continue to meditate rather than even they are losing the games?
See, you are saying they are losing the games. So you are the one putting that
Most of the
intention. Yeah, you are the one putting that intention. What do you ask me? You say that, what do I do to make them win the game?
time.
Okay?
Okay.
You shift the words. Never use the word lose. Always reverse it. Whatever you talk
Yeah,
about
when
your
I'm
kids.
yeah, when I talk to kids, usually I say it in the more positive
Why
way,
now you're not saying? Why you're not saying now? And especially
because
with Anuma. What do you talk? How do you talk? You are
no,
watching every day in my classes. That's not how you say. You're a mother.
yeah, but it's the end of the season and the statistics are there, but I
Does
don't know.
not matter. I'm not saying end of the season or beginning of the season. What do you say with Anuma?
Okay, yeah, I do
What
understand
do you
now.
say? How do you say? Say it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
how
you.
yeah, what should we do to win the games for my kids?
Ah, now you got it. So I was waiting for those words. So whenever you talk, always make it opposite and then talk right words. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is, first of all, you start believing that they are going to win and they are winning, and then tell them, if you touch my feet before you go, because it's a mother energy, you will win. So
Okay,
make them do that. Okay. So that's what I
okay.
do with my kids. Whenever if you take the blessings from your mother,
Mm-hmm.
automatically you would win better. They're like, oh, really? And then when they touch, they themselves feel the strength, and automatically they would win in their brain because they touched the feet. So these are
Okay.
little things will work the best. And also you feel and you give total blessing and give a paripurna hug. Give them total hug, a good hug as a mother, and send
Mm-hmm.
all the mother energy when they're touching your feet and also when you hug them. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you're watching the game, send the Hanumas energy and tell them before going to the game, make them sit down or at your home for 5 minutes. Say that you will win with this. I have a real good idea. Close your eyes and I'll do something. And then do a guided meditation. Ask them to focus on the breathing. Breathe in longer and breathe out longer.
Okay.
Today's game, I'm extremely powerful and I'm winning this game. And I am the powerful being. I am the powerful being and I'm winning this game with the energy of my master. So you continuously, whomever they trust, if they trust the Sai Baba or if they trust Hanuma, you say that I'm winning this game with the energy of that, Hanuma. So you say that slowly and ask them to just breathe in, breathe out. Do that 4 5 minutes, not much. Just say, just sit with me for 5 minutes. I can make you win the game. After that prayer, ask them to
Mm-hmm.
touch your feet and then hug them and then see the miracle. This will
Sure,
happen.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, ma'am.
When you're telling, like, some of the thing. So, like, when you are hearing or when you are listening or seeing the some bad things, we feel like that, like, that may come into our life. So how to overcome that? Like, is a natural tendency, right? Like, when you're listening the bad words or when you're seeing something, we feel like, oh
Okay, then immediately bring the Hanuma energy and
okay,
he will do with the duster. He'll remove everything, he'll put the light in your brain and go. That's it.
okay,
And be
okay,
happy with that negative thought, because every negative thought you're getting the Hanuma, he's bringing the light to your brain and he is erasing all the bad ones.
okay,
So say thank you to those bad words. So thank you to that negative thinking. So thank you to every thought you get. Even if there is an accident, you feel like when you're driving, there is an accident goes on. So immediately bring the Hanuma. Hanuma comes in between those two cars, separate both the cars, and then you both go fine. So thank you for that, because you saw the Hanuman, he dropped in front of you. So every thought you, if you bring either sun god or Hanuma or Sai Baba, whomever you trust, that negative becomes what? Daivatva,
Positive. Mm.
more than the positive. Positive is a small word. You're making yourself a daivam, like a goddess. So it is higher, highest you're taking. So take every time. I'm so happy if any negative thought comes on to me. Never comes. I never feel any insecure. Nothing. But if I feel while I'm driving or something, sometimes I feel that car, when I'm going to the left, oh, that car, some other cars will be coming, but there's a lot of gap. But sometimes I feel that if that comes very speed, and if I make a wrong turn, wrong judgment, I'm like, okay, my Hanuma comes in. Instantly, my brain follows with that. Hanuma comes and protects, and stops that car. That's an instant thing you have to practice. So you can only practice if the negative thoughts come to you. Otherwise, how can you practice? You can't.
Okay,
So congratulations being that.
okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes. Yeah. And then start practicing in your meditation first. So if you start practicing in the meditation, automatically that comes in the natural thing. Uma garu, koncham, can you text that to Anusha for tomorrow's topic, because we had a different topic tomorrow. Today we discussed. So if you tell her that, she's going to put this topic, because they're making a flyer.
Like when the soul leaves the body, it has no attachment with the family members, right? So even though if the family members cries, then why the soul will left over on that? It should go to its soul loka, right?
No, because of the energy. Because you're tying the soul with us with that energy. I heard this before, but I thought what I heard was if you cry, they get like lot of pain, like thousands of ants will bite. But I did not thought they stay back here. But in this book, it's the Sai Baba is saying they will stay back here if you're really strongly tell the soul that to stay back. Its intention is not to stay back, but the way they cry, the way they have that energy, because it's a father's energy. Just now I
Yeah,
said if you touch the mother's feet, they win, right? Where that
yeah,
came from? That's the energy I'm talking about. Father has one level of energy, mother has one level of energy to the child. So that energy locks them. You know how we say with the Hanuma energy, you can lock your child, not something not entering. Same thing, mother father energy is the highest energy. They are the Pratyaksha Daivam. They are the god and goddess to them since they're born, right? So you are listening since you are born, whatever the parents says. Why you don't listen after the death? You don't know anything. You don't even know most of the time you
yeah.
died.
Because
You
we don't have
continue
mind
to hear. Yeah, you
after that.
continue to hear what they say. Here, masters are coming and saying, oh, you need to come with us, you need to come. But those people are strangers. The father is in front of you saying, don't go. So, which one
But
you take? So, your own father says, do this. Someone else, a stranger people comes and do this. Whom do you listen?
father.
Then that is the answer.
But even like Arjuna cried even after Abhimanyu death. So
Yes.
Abhimanyu left to the soul loka. He has not stayed here, right?
No, he called again. He
Yeah,
told
Krishna.
Krishna, I want to see him one more time. So he comes back again. The very next day evening, he comes back again, but he does not recognize Arjuna. He says, "Who are you?"
Hmm.
Because when they leave the earth, they have nothing to do with us. They forget everything. It's not that they don't care, but they don't need to remember. They don't want to remember, and they don't remember
Hmm.
who you are. Yeah, that's why don't cry. They already forgot you, and you also forget them. Forget means live with the best memories, not
Hmm.
with the memory of. That's
Acceptance.
why a lot of people say, my father died. I need to go to tonight. I need to do. I mean, you don't need to really go, but if you want to go, you can slowly go, or You don't need to see them I mean, sometimes they keep that dead body for days for the son or daughter to come and see. What is there to see? The soul is gone from that body. Body has no value. And you rather have the memories when they're healthy. I rather have the memories when they're healthy than going and seeing, keeping them. And then, that is putting all these chemicals and keeping the body and seeing. That's
Mm.
totally wrong. That becomes so negative, energy in that body because there's no soul. It's
Yeah.
rotten. So why do you want a rotten one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's a fruit or flower, the minute it's rotten, you put it in the garbage. Same thing, the body also. You burn them.
Yesterday I have seen one of your video where you are explaining the point like before the soul enter into the mother womb, the soul will put the test. So I want to know like what kind of test it's gonna
When your wife becomes pregnant, I'll tell you. There you will know.
put. Mm.
Right. And my mom, is she capable of raising me in that direction? Is once I come into that womb with the husband and the children, I will have the contract before I born. But with the parents, I want to test them and make sure what they are saying is right, or what they would say that they would be saying is right. So if that does not match what they're doing versus what they're going to do to me, then I won't come to that womb. I will select another one.
I missed your point because the video got stuck. You said something I didn't or not heard about that point.
Hmm? What did you
Like,
say?
I missed your starting point because the video was stuck. Like,
No, the what I said was when I see I have a spiritual journey. When I'm selecting my mother or father, who would teach me and encourage me or increase my energy towards that path. If they don't, they might not. So I will test them. So if they don't pass in the test, then I don't come to them because I don't want to waste my whole journey. Because if I really go back and see, since I'm born, the way I have raised, the way I have grown, was everything was a learning curve, including my siblings, what they taught me or how they were. So my siblings also, they all are in this path, like they're all higher souls. So we all had almost similar karmas because we all did together business, my siblings and me. So that was a plan we did together as a siblings. We had like with the husbands also we had kind of similar pattern, and with the business we had the similar pattern. With the parents, of course, the same parents we all four had. So there it was similar pattern. We all came together, but we all bought the similar karmas. Our karmas were almost matching the way we are right now. So financial could be here, there, little might be difference or not, does not matter. you know
mm,
so in that manner, if that parents does not match, then one by one the child will drop instead of coming to that mother. Even after the pregnancy, the miscarriage will happen, they'll go to another.
yeah.
So not every miscarriage is because the mother and father are failed. Sometimes the soul decides, oh, I don't want to um, born with all these, whatever karmas I bought. I don't want to face them. I will bring less. So then they don't match once you change your pattern, because already parents have that pattern. You have to match what the parents has to come to their own. So there are so many logical things where a soul would return.
Yeah.
So that is called a miscarriage, yes.
But the soul will always choose the same family to born again and again, right? So
Yeah,
before
if
even
uh, if they abort,
yeah,
if the parents abort the baby, there is a difference between miscarriage and the abort.
mm,
Miscarriage kids won't come back again. The same soul won't come. Sometimes they'll go and ask another person, another soul, you want to go, but still she's pregnant. It's not, there's not miscarriage. Or they'll ask other people, you want to go. Because if the parents does not have that missing, or they have in the Akashik records, but right now they're not, they didn't bring that to face, then the masters will send some other soul. Oh, even after the birth, there will be a soul marpide. The souls will
Yeah.
change. It's there in the echoes of the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you read again and again echoes of the souls, you get all these answers in that, most of them.
Yeah, the author mentioned about the miscarriage.
Yeah. Umagar, go ahead.
In Immortal Talks book, there is one quote like, there is only limited number of lives for a soul to born on earth. Once they are ran out of all the lives, they cannot born again and they stay as Sura or Asuratmas on earth. How is it?
Yeah, those are nothing but spirits. Again, they want to eat, they want to do things, and they enter in other people's body. They are the same as the spirits. And those suratmas also. I did not talk about those because it's so much confusing to people. They will do the same thing what the spirits are doing.
Okay,
Suratmas
I can.
also, because they know that they cannot take any more birth, they want to take our bodies. They can
Can we
also
send
enter
them?
into our body. They can also enter into our body. They can also do all those things. They can also, we can also have the experiences with them. They act like spirits, but they're not as negative as spirits.
Okay.
Sometimes, some people, they're lazy, they sleep too much and they eat too much. Those are mostly suratmas. Yeah, you can
Can we
send them
send
or
them?
bring them out of those our bodies. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Everything is convincing. That's a good one. Actually, I forgot about them. I know them, but I forgot. I think in some of the souls when they don't release and go, maybe we should also talk the Suratma's language also to send them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Do we
send me,
have to
type and
make
send
it?
me on that. Type and send me on that. I'm going to put that in my next thing, that anyone is saying that they're not going, or they're not as aggressive as these
Mm-hmm.
spirits, then I will put another language to them and send them as for the suratmas. Okay, that's
Okay.
a good one. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Vivek, yeah.
my question is that, so do you know how earthborn souls, they don't have any source, they don't have chakras, right?
No,
So how do
they'll not
they
have body also. They don't have body.
so how do they get the energy? Like their negative energy affects us, but where does that energy come from without chakras?
Have you done?
The chakras are the feelings, but what the soul means, it's only a dot, but that dot is also upset. You can feel the energy. Soul is very powerful. You will only have chakras if you have body. So the things you do with the body and the mind, with the mind you talk, right? The same thing chakras will have whatever you did in the past, like as the karmas, or good things you did. All those are accumulated in the chakras. So the souls does not have all those, because soul does not need all, the spirits does not need all that. They will only remember somebody did something to them, how I died because of this person. That's all they need to remember. They don't need anything else because they are upset. So that energy you feel.
Okay. And another question, say we have like hurt an ant, and like would they turn into earthborn souls later for us?
What
Can
did you say?
animals be
Soul?
like, can animals be earthborn souls? Because
Who
they
is
do also have souls. So can animals be earthborn souls? Because they also have souls, right?
Ninata cause they much meditation. I'm not understanding what you're asking question.
Do animals also become earthborn souls అని అడుగుతున్నాడు
No,
అమ్మా because
no, no, because they immediately they go. They don't have attachments.
Okay.
Yeah, they have pure love, so they leave immediately. They don't have jealousy, anger like we do.
Okay.
వెంకట గారు అతనికి
యా డన్ మా డన్. వెంకట్ గారు కంటిన్యూ అండి.
Hello, Andy. Good evening. I have two questions. Apart from the lamp in the kids' bedroom, what else can be done? Like, would the
no
photo
mirrors
of
in the bedroom. No mirrors, no laptops. They come through them. No phones.
and
Those
the
are the
spiritual music or
photos.
photos of God to help?
No, the photos won't help. Don't put photos even in the prayer room. Photos have no meaning. Photos have no energy.
What about spiritual
the
music?
the music will help. The spiritual music will help, but keep away. You don't want the phone or the internet energy close to them. Keep away
Okay.
from them and put the music. You can put the Hanuman music or or Vishnu Sahasranamas. Those are fine. And don't put any mirrors. Remove the mirrors in the room and keep the diya. And yeah, you can have the God chanting, and at the same time take out the switch off the phone completely. So yeah, that's good. Om
Okay.
chanting
I
is
have
a
a
good
second
idea.
question.
Okay.
So,
Thank
so
you.
no mirror, no phone, no internet, and no pictures. Only music and diya will help.
No pictures and no mirror. Mirrors are the main portals to come from them. They come through the mirrors.
Okay. I have another question, and this is a general question. If we are doing any action in this birth, how do we know whether we are accumulating new karma or we are fulfilling karma from the older janmas? How do we know that?
What do you mean by first one was we are not doing?
Are
What
we,
did you say?
if, let's say by our actions, let us say few years ago,
I know
we
that
heard
I understood. That I understood good and bad. How do we know? But before that you said
how do we know whether we are accumulating new karma or we are
that
fulfilling
I
older karma?
understood. Before that you said another sentence. On this earth, something you said.
No, yeah, I mean in this janma, I mean in this life, when we are doing any actions.
Okay, that I understood. Okay, so generally anything you do, even while you are walking, sitting, standing, there might be minute bugs might be dying. You don't even know that. So there are things you want to do good, but that could end up in a bad. You don't get the karma for that, but you might feel, oh, I might got karma. So everything has, every action you do, every talk you do, it has a karma related, whether it's a good or bad. So if you don't want to accumulate both, say Krishna Arpanam. That is the easiest way. You might be joined recently because this I always tell to do that. Even in yesterday's class also I said that to not accumulate more karmas, whether it's good or bad, you need to say Krishna Arpanam. That way, even the food you're eating, because whoever is cooking, whatever their thoughts are, that is what that food become. The minute you say Krishna Arpanam, that becomes divine. So to avoid your karmas, whatever you do, wherever you go, whatever you do, you touch a machine, you switch on the computer, you switch on the TV, whatever, any work you do, you have to say Krishna Arpanam or Om Namo Lakshmi Narayana. So Krishna Arpanam is the way to go. You won't accumulate any more karmas. For me, good and bad are the same. We are the ones saying good and bad. We are the one judging. We are saying that is bad, this is good. Those are all, there's nothing like that. So as a soul journey, what you do, you get it. What goes comes to you. So what you say comes to you. So even the impact of what the words you say comes back to you. Even some people say I have thyroid because either they're listening all these words which are giving that impact of the thyroid, or they are seeing or listening, one of those. Then they get the thyroid. Thyroid also, you have those, two different types, right? So one of the type. So the next.
అన్నపూర్ణ అఖిల గారు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకోరా? విజయలక్ష్మి గారు.
Today there are so many questions. Generally in English, we like either with 2 or 3 we are done. Go ahead,
Yes,
Amma.
yes.
Annapurna.
Namaste, Anuma. So my question is, can a motherly energy after death can become at one's soul and be negative to the person grieving?
Chinnari can become the earthborn soul. People who little babies die.
No. I'm motherly energy, like any mother. If they after they dead, right? If you are grieving continuously, can that energy or that soul can also become negative to you if you are continuously grieving and not
Yes.
letting her go?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Anytime if they don't go, that becomes a negative. Whether they are mother, child, does not matter. Okay, because that becomes dayam, even our own mother. Okay, that's a negative energy. The secondly, even if they go, if you're crying, wherever they are, they cannot function. They become still, they become lazy, they can't do what they're supposed to do. They'll be crying in the night, they're cranky, they're upset, because your energy is going there.
Okay.
Crying,
Can that affect?
not only it is affecting that person wherever they are, it does not matter, even soul loka or they took another birth, it will affect them. Secondly, your house will become the spirit's house, because you're crying. It becomes their house.
Okay.
సో దయ్యాల కొంప, నువ్వు ఏడుస్తే అది దయ్యాల కొంప అవుతుంది అని ఎన్నిసార్లు మీరు వినలేదు? అది ట్రూత్ అది 100% ట్రూత్. స్పెషల్లీ ఆఫ్టర్ ద కోవిడ్, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ నౌ.
Got it. Okay. Main అదే అంటారు మన వాళ్ళు, పోరు
నో
నష్టం అని.
క్రయింగ్ ఎట్ ఆల్, బికాస్ ఈవెన్ వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా వెన్ ఎవర్ వి క్రై, దట్ బికమ్స్ లైక్ థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ants విల్ బైట్ దెమ్. Absolutely no crying when they die. Just feel their best memories and be happy. That's it, and send them happily.
Got it. Thank you.
విజయలక్ష్మి గారు. శిరీష గారు.
Namaste, Anuma. So after, like, I just have two questions actually. So first is, when you're mentioning that few people see a kind of a black body, black kind of energy moves, right? Like few people can watch is what you mentioned. Actually, I got correlated. For couple of days, like from couple of days, I have been seeing that, Anuma, actually, like the black thing moving, like energy moving so fast. That too, it's not coming closer to me, but it's just going from one room to other room, something like that. So what should I do? Like, are they coming to harm me, or like what exactly their intention? To just 4P. That's okay. Okay, yeah. And second question, Anuma, actually in echoes.
Echoes of the soul.
Yeah, in this book, Echoes of the Soul, Anuma. So yeah, can I go ahead, Anuma?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I heard like there is a point that author says that like part of her soul is missing when it got missed when her grandfather passed away at that time. So for that, she mentions that she had to go to a shaman, like a person called shamans, to get her part of the soul back. So I didn't understand. First thing I didn't understand is the part of the soul. What does it actually mean by part of the soul is missing, and how can we identify that something is missing? And second is, who are these shaman guys? Are these kind of mantrikulu or something like that?
No. Those are the masters. But I need to know the page where you read that.
Oh,
Or
okay.
that thing because I'm not understanding this is when they're alive or what properly. So send me that page. I can send you. I can explain.
Definitely. Yeah. But shamas are positive people only, right? Kind of
Yeah,
somebody, gurus kind of people. Okay.
masters. Yeah.
Masters. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Usha garu.
Ma'am, once the soul leaves the body, it forgets everything, right? Just like how Abhimanyu didn't recognize his father Arjuna. So, how can we get blessings from Pitru Devatas if they don't remember anything? We are in the same family.
There are particular devatas related to that. Whenever we do Pitru Karyas, like yearly when we do Sharda Karmas, so those are the people send us the blessing. Not the people who passed away. There are a subject, there is a separate roles to the devatas. So those are the people sends us the blessing whenever we pray our ancestors.
Okay. Would it be possible to take a separate session on that? How do we recognize the Pitru Devatas and
You don't need to recognize them. You don't. There's no such thing as recognition. They're gone. They are gone. So
okay.
you get the energies when you do these prayers of energies of good things, good love.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Hello, Anuma. My question is related to the person who just spoke. So, like in 4P, we are doing the calling the ancestor, right? So, is it the same ancestor like the Pitru Karmas ancestors? Both are same.
No. We are sending the people who are here with the attachments.
Okay, with that 4P.
Pitrukarmas means who are already gone, they are happily in the soul cities or they have taken birth again. So those are the people we are getting, from them we are getting the blessings.
No,
Not the
like
people who are
in
here.
Jatakam, they'll say Anuma, like you have a Pitru Karmas, Pitru Doshas. So, does
Yeah,
it
because
clear by 4P?
yes.
Okay.
Because most of the times we born in the after like 1 or 2 generations, the same person borns in the same family most of the time.
Okay.
So when they're born in the same family, he will have his own good and bad karmas, right? He's the one who did it when he was a tata or muttata, whatever. So automatically he will face the same what he did, even the good karmas also, whatever he made the money also in a right way. Of course, he will enjoy that. Karma means both.
Okay.
Dosha means that is something he did in that life. He bought now. Automatically, we all have to face what we did, and we are saying sorry in the 4P and releasing it.
So, in other words, like part of Dushkarma, it comes like Adharma Karma.
Yeah, adharma.
Yes.
Karma means both, it comes good and bad. So, adharmam and dharma.
Okay.